Hey guys, welcome back to Reality Group Chat. I'm your co-host QT.
I'm your other one, Daniel Cusimano.
And you know what? I'll do first and last name this time. I'm Jordan's staff.
We
better
love
log
to
it.
see it. You guys, just a little bit of a note. I am not feeling great today. I'm honestly so tired. I've had a crazy week, and so I have the glasses on. I feel very much like one of the house guests, though. You know how they always have the glasses on because the lights are so bright? So honestly, I'm just giving those vibes today.
We should have worn sunglasses.
This might be a really
instead.
fun episode because of it. Like, I'm just gonna let loose and say whatever comes to mind. So we
Yeah,
can see it.
listen, we should have worn
Also-
sunglasses for you. We should have done it in solidarity
Oh
to
my
you.
Yeah.
gosh, that would have been so nice. Also, sorry that this episode is a little bit late. We've had some crazy things going on, but don't worry, we're still getting an episode out for you guys this week. And this one's gonna be a fun one because we're gonna include at the end a little spoiler section where we talk about live feeds because your fave, all of our faves,
Spoiler.
Daniel, is
Spoiler.
currently watching the live
Oh.
feeds
Oh,
for the first time in a long time. So
It
we
is.
are very excited
thought
to
we-
have him with us
I
on
guys,
this journey.
yeah, I was. You know what it was? I was in recovery for so many years, and then how things shook out this week. I said my sobriety I have to throw away, and I did.
And honestly, it's worth it. We won't
No.
spoil it right now, but it's worth it for what we're getting.
Well, also, it's part of the reason why I missed filming yesterday because I died of a fever because I went to bed at 6 a.m. and woke up laying naked on tile floor. So much happened, but we're here now.
So we are going to jump into the last week. No spoilers in this section, just talking about the last week of episodes all the way up until Thursday's eviction. And then after that, we will start talking a little bit more about the live feeds and the chaoticness that is happening in the house right now. So, shall we get started? Starting with the HOH competition last week, we have the knockout competition, which is always a fun one to watch to
Yep.
see like who picks who. And I feel like it starts to show people where alliances are starting to form or like who trusts who and who doesn't. How do you guys feel about the knockout? I know, Daniel, you said you have some tips on how to win this
Yeah,
one.
but first I will say this. You would think it shows you the alliances, and then Zach gets up there and is like, Morgan and blah, blah, blah. So, I feel like, can we really look too much into it? Because, again, the mold in the ceiling is getting to the house guest head.
Maybe he was metagaming. Maybe he was doing that as like a double bluff.
That's crazy as hell.
That's a lot of credit there.
But here's my little tip. I feel like I have a tip every episode to anybody who ever will go on the show. Do any type of show like this. When you are doing this, I got all the answers correct. I was sitting at home. I was first one to buzz in, doing it with Roger and Vicky. Clock it, lock it, and clock it. This is what you do. You do not count like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do not keep going there. Once every number has been used the same amount of times, like it's 3, and usually it goes in order. Like let's say you're at 3, 3, 3. Wipe the slate clean because then it's not going to get confusing for you to be like 6, 8, 7, 7, 9, 8, 9, whatever. Cut the slate clean and do it where it's like, oh, all of them have been hit 3 times, cut. All of them have been hit 2 times, cut, and bring it back down to base 0. It's easier on your brain. It's easier to go. You don't need to make sure it's 9, 10, 11, just which one had more. So that is my little tip and trick for everybody. Cut it. Like once everything is at the same, if they all were at 5 little smashes or hits or whatever the thing was this week, erase, go to the beginning, and then do 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, like whatever it is, and then you'll have such an easier time remembering it and not remembering these big numbers, and it's less anxiety inducing. So whenever y'all win HOH, shout me out. Thank you so much.
Honestly,
Period.
anyone who's going into the Big Brother house for BB28 needs to watch this podcast and just take notes on everything that Daniel has said.
Yeah.
Like he's
Like,
giving
I'm eating.
everything that you need.
I am, but I was sitting there and it just like hit me. I'm like, wait, why am I like counting all the way up to 11 and like a 8 over here and 11 over here? It's so much easier to be like 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, cut next, and then you do it all over again, and then it's like 3, 1, 1, and then you can figure it the fuck out there. But clock it and lock it, everybody. Write that down. Send it to your friends. Send it to people in casting. You're welcome. Thank you.
Period.
So from this competition, we get our winner. Drumroll, please. Miss Ava Pearl. Is that what you call her? Peron?
Ava Pearl Perone. Ava
Pearl
Perone. Who cares?
Ava Pearl has won the HOH. I, for one, was shocked when feeds came back on and Ava was HOH. I never thought I would see the day. Like, my girl sleeps all freaking day, but she woke up for this HOH competition and finally won something, which was exciting because I've been wanting to see Ava in a position of power because like we just haven't seen it yet. She's been very under the radar and just kind of going with the flow. So I was excited to see her in power. I will say I think that there were some times where she let people take over a little bit too much. But when we talk about Ava's nominations, which were Zach, Vinny, and Keanu, she changed the game.
She
She
ate.
truly is the reason that this season is starting to get a little bit better, I think, because everyone was just constantly every week doing the same exact nominations, and Miss Ava Pearl came in there and switched it up, and I love that for her. How did you guys feel about her nominations?
Her delivery was always so funny to me. Like outside of her nominations, just every time she was like, "Sorry, like okay, you want to go up, then you're gonna go up. Like let's
she's
make
like,
it
you
happen."
don't like my nominations? Well, then you'll be the renom.
She
Okay.
did not.
Yeah.
She didn't give a fuck. She was like, and I don't want no one-on-one. She's like, that's it. Anyways, next question. And I was like,
Which I do think that was a mistake. I think when you're
100%.
HOH, even if you don't want to have conversations with everyone, whatever, it's still good. Okay, I can understand her perspective of not wanting people in her head and she just wanted to make her decision, but you can still gain a lot of information from people. You don't have to change your decisions of what you're going to do, but it just puts you in a better place the next week because you have more of an understanding of where the whole house lies and who's willing to like put someone else under the bus so that if they're scared of going up, they don't
Exactly.
But Zach took it so personal where I'm like, number one, you're not in an alliance with her. Like the only thing she did say to you is you're good. And originally at that time, you were good. And then things change. I agree with QT. This is where HOH is where you set yourself up good with the people who you don't nominate, with the people who you nominate. And to kind of throw that away and sleep in your bedroom the whole entire week, it's like, what did this gain you? Again, it built your resume because we end up finding out who you get rid of, but you didn't strengthen any other relationships that weren't in your alliance, and this is the week to do that. So that was crazy. And again, like you said, QT, go in being like, this is what I'm doing and my mind's not going to be changed, but let me get information and do with that what I will later on.
Yeah. I feel like too this week, Mickey really, I mean, every week now it feels like Mickey just kind of takes over. And so Mickey, I mean, Ava has always been a person that Mickey has had on her side, but it's like as soon as someone gets HOH, Mickey just becomes super attached to that person. All of a sudden they're besties. She was in there all the time. She was using Ava's HOH room to hold her own meetings and have her own one-on-one conversations with people. I just feel like she is just going off the rails. I'm fully off of the Mickey train at this point. Like I was slowly getting off last week. I'm fully off now. I can't do it anymore. She's just trying to control everything.
I'm fully off. I shredded the ticket. I've never been to that train station before. You have my GPS is off location. Like you will never catch me on that train. It is. I am QT. We've discussed about it. I don't think we've ever disliked someone in a very long time as much as we dislike Mickey. Like,
seriously, she
and
might
we
be
loved
one
her.
of my least favorites.
And
granted, I've only been watching feeds since like BB21, but since that time, I guess that's the thing too, is like there's some people that I've not liked before on the show, but I haven't had to sit through 24 hours of watching them constantly on feeds. Watching her on feeds, it's actually really hard for me. Like I seriously switch anytime she comes up on my feeds. I can't do it. The way she talks to people, she's very like manipulative and makes it seem like everything that she wants needs to be what you want to. Like she has no concern for the other person she's talking to, even if it is a close alliance member of hers. And
the manipulation isn't a bad thing when it's being done in a strategic sense, but I feel like sometimes it's just out of being nasty. Like she's just being nasty.
Yeah, no, seriously, she like does stuff because she does things on personal levels too. Because like she got mad at Rachel for something last week, and Mickey usually like cooks for the house and like makes stuff for everyone, and she was like, "I'm gonna cook a meal and offer it to everyone except for Rachel." It's like, why do you have to do that?
And then she brought up the husband, she brought up the kids, and it's like, Diva, like number one, like Rachel has literally not done anything to you. Like that's what's gagging me, like boots, where I'm like, you just randomly woke up and were like, and I'm like, it's not a good look. And I think she thinks she's eating, baby, that plate's full. And when you get booted and you open up Twitter, Diva, it's gonna be a real reality check for you, mama. It's not looking good.
Yikes. All right, so those were our nominations from the Sunday episode. I thought, again, very strong nominations.
She saved that. She saved.
Yeah,
saved.
she saved the season.
Oh, the only thing I wanted to mention from Sunday's episode is how funny the Vinny trying to cover his ass segment was, where he went to Will and Rachel and was crying and just like so painfully obvious, just so bad. I was laughing so hard. The secondhand embarrassment was crazy. And then for Ava to clock it and be like, oh, you want to go to my allies, but you don't want to go to me? Okay.
Yeah, it was, but I'm also like, it's again, we discussed it, or I discussed it last week, where it's like the three W's, like, why are they telling me this? When and are they telling me this? And what are they telling me? And it's like, you're literally coming up to my two allies and not me, like right now, like, okay, King, like, not a good look, baby.
Yeah. Yikes. And then moving on to our Wednesday episode, we have our veto competition. So in the veto, we have obviously Ava, her nominees Zach, Vinny, and Keanu. And then picked for the veto was
Will and Catherine.
Will and Catherine. We love. Veto competition. How'd you guys feel about this veto competition?
It's so in the air. I mean, you're throwing a puck. Like, my only recommendation to any house guests here would be don't throw it too hard. Like, don't risk it. Like, literally just, especially the first one or two, like, really get that feel. Don't try to go for the gusto. You don't need to. And literally stay on the board. We've seen other vetoes. I think it was last year with Tucker, where, like, it was something like this, where, like, he shot something and he missed. And then the other person just needed to hit a target, and they ended up winning veto. And I think that's why Tucker went home. Stuff like that. Just get it on the board. Just keep it on the board. Just
I do like that we're having some competitions that are a little bit more even
equitable
and not like all super physical or even mental. Like some things, sometimes we just need a good competition to even out the playing field. And I feel like that's what it did, because spoiler alert, not really spoiler, but Kat ends up winning the veto, which she hasn't won a competition so far. And so far, I feel like we've gotten a good mix of people winning competitions. There's no one that's just taking it all. Keanu obviously has done really good. Kelly has done really good, but they've both been in positions to be in so many competitions. So their odds are just a lot higher. But yeah, I like being able to like have different people win competitions. So I thought this was a nice one. I mean, not that fun to watch necessarily.
This is one of the competitions I normally like. The where like wherever you place, you unveil what you got, and then like the switching happens. That's usually one of my favorite comps to watch. But it was fine this year.
But I need to bring this up. If I was Ava Pearl Perone, if I'm standing there and Catherine like has like the chance to take the veto, and then he's like, please, I've applied for 10 years. Please, like give this to me. You know what I would have said if I was Ava Pearl Perone? I would have said, Catherine, give him the veto. You or Riley is going up.
Ooh,
honestly, that would have been good.
Done, because you think I'm playing with you, divas? Absolutely the fuck not. I'm not. I'd sit there. If I'm hearing this little 1-2-1-2, I'd be like, no, Catherine, go give it to him. Either you or Riley will go up. Don't piss me off.
Like
that's true. But I think that Ava was at this point was kind of wanting Catherine to use the veto, or wanting someone to use the veto, because her target was going to be Morgan. So I think she was okay either way. But you're right. If it was someone where I was like, no, I don't want noms to change, I don't want to nominate another person, I'd be like, Catherine, keep the veto, or else.
But even then, it's more blood on Ava's hands. Like, I know she was annoyed with Morgan, but it wasn't like Morgan was like, I'm going after you. You. No, I would have been so pissed. I'd be like, no, give it, like 100%. But also like Vinny, you being like, I've wanted this for 10 years, like whatever. Bitch, if anything, that shows to me how much of a threat you are, because you want this so bad, and you will do anything to get there. Like, that is not something I would have told people. I would have never told people I've played 10 years. Ever.
Yes, if I went into the Big Brother house, there's no way I'm ever saying how many times I've applied, how long I've been a fan, how much of a fan I am. Like, any of that just indicates you know this game better than me. And we're on a season with so many people that have barely watched the show. Like, they don't even know Rachel Riley. That's how much they haven't watched the show. So someone like Vince saying that they've been applying for 10 years obviously is obsessed with it and is a threat. And even if it's not something that people are clocking right away, it's something that they're going to keep in their mind and end up not wanting to keep you. So yeah, that was bad. But like we're talking about, the veto competition was the one where you can like switch things and you get prizes and punishments and stuff. So at the end of the day, we had Will gets a trip. I forgot where it's like Dominican Republic.
London. He gets a trip to London.
Not me thinking Dominican Republic. Like where am I? I'm trying to go to beach somewhere. He gets a trip to London that Zach ends up giving to him, so he feels very thankful to Zach. He gets the trip to London. Zach gets the punishment where he has to do something outside for like the long time or whatever, and picks Rachel to do it with him.
Fuck.
Keanu becomes the little butler thing. What is it
Butler.
called?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Butler, literally the butler.
Okay, yeah, great. Butler, where he has to make these little pastries and stuff and serve it to different people in the house for like the next few days. And then Vinny gets the egg costume, which I thought was so fun. If I
Iconic.
was in the Big Brother house, I would not be upset to get a punishment or a costume or anything. I think it's so much fun. Like I love these things. And I thought the egg, I mean, looked very annoying to get around in because it was huge, but I thought it was really cute.
It's quintessential BB. If
Yeah.
that costume was so camp. I really did live for it. I really did. That was so
I also love that. I love the evolution of punishment throughout like Big Brother history, because like going back to like BB8 when Jen gets the red costume that she hates so much, and then now we have like egg costumes and butlers and stuff. Like it's just also fun, and it's like one of my favorite parts of the whole show.
I want them to bring back the bidding competition so bad. Like where it was like, how much would you give away from the grand prize? Like, would you shave your head? Like those types of things. So good.
But you know what? You would have to do that on a season where you cast a lot of super fans, because I feel like some of these bitches who don't give a fuck about the show are like, I'm not shaving my head. But
would you guys shave your head for Veto if you needed it?
If it was like I'm going home 100%. 100%. And then I'd be like, I wanted my HOH basket a fucking wig. So
no, seriously.
When I was a BB hopeful and I had like my long hair, I always had this like fantasy in my head where it was like, I'm on the block and I need to go home and they're gonna give me this comp and I'm gonna have to shave my head and then I'm gonna win Veto and it's gonna be iconic.
Oh yeah, I would shave my head in a heartbeat. Don't play with me. Yeah, but then it also, that sucks, because then people are like, oh, you want to win so bad you shaved your head. Like it's a bad look. Like it sucks. But like I'd be like, if it keeps me another week, I'll do it. Whatever.
Yeah, true. Okay, great. So that was our veto competition. Anything else from Wednesday's episode that you guys...
No, I mean, Catherine doesn't use it, nor do I think she should. It's funny how the editing sets her up, where she's like, I want to show that I can play this game, and I want to show that I can do something. She wins veto, she doesn't use it. I'm like, her. Given, if I was her, I wouldn't. In a random fantasy world, Ava could have put up Riley. I don't think she would have. I don't think Ava plays that way. I'm not worried that would happen. I'm not even taking that chance. She could, and we've seen other seasons where people get played, where they're like, no, I'm not going to put up your biggest ally. And we saw it with that chef, that lesbian chef, and Dan or whatever. Nicole. We saw it with Nicole when I think she used it, and then like,
or she threw the competition. It was when her and Taylor were like paired together, right? And she throws.
But then like Dan, but then like Dan got put up maybe in her place, and or something happened where like her number one ally went home, and they said, "Don't worry, she's not going to go home. She's not going to go home." And then he did. So yeah, I mean, good for Catherine. It's something for your resume, but it's also like it's so insequential.
Yeah, I think it was. I agree with her not using the veto. I don't think she should have. I think the noms were fine how they were. Inconsequential to her, but I think similar to what I'm saying about Ava with the HOH, Kat did not use the veto to get anything from anyone. Like she could have at least had conversations with each of the people that were on the block and pretended like she could possibly use it on them and see like what they would be willing to give her or what they're willing to tell her, even any information she can get. I feel like that's the problem with a lot of the people this season is they get power and don't use that power to get any kind of information or set themselves up for the future. They just either like use it or don't use it, and it doesn't like change anything for them. And I don't think they're clocking or realizing how having an HOH or a veto is more than just having the key to the HOH room or having the veto and being able to save yourself. Like you can wield so much more power with it, and they're just not using it to their full potential, which is why when people like Mickey become HOH and they do that and they do use it to their fullest potential, even if it's, I feel like sometimes in the wrong way or manipulative, it's why they're able to get so much done and still be in a good position, even when they are being mean or doing like things towards their allies, because they've used the power enough to get people on their side.
Well, speaking of not using powers,
speaking of not using powers, by the way, okay, Catherine doesn't use the veto, but there's someone else that's able to use the veto. The last standing power that we have in this game is Zach's 10K veto, where he's able to give away the $10,000 in order to save himself, and he decides not to use the power. I don't
I
know
mean,
why. I genuinely don't know why, because it's not even like he thought that he was good. People were telling him he was in danger. So why
yeah.
would you not use it? Apparently he's saying he doesn't use it because he doesn't want Morgan to go on the block. There's part of me that like doesn't believe that. I think he just
Yeah.
didn't want to give Ava the $10,000 because
Because he
he's
said
so
that
with
on
her.
the Sundays episode as well. But all of it
Yeah.
just did none of it made sense. It's
Yeah.
10K, like which is
It's
like what,
10K.
probably
And by the
6,000 after
way,
taxes.
Correct. Thank
right.
you.
And they get paid like $1,000 a week or something like
For
that to be
stipend.
there. So you going home right now is the $10,000 that you lost that you would have had if you just stayed until jury. Like
But
the
not
10,000,
even.
if you get a power like that in the Big Brother house where it's worth a certain amount of money, it's
Who cares?
in my head, I would just be like, that's not money, that's just
Yeah.
power. Like this is not
Yes.
$10,000, it's just a veto, and just
Mhm.
use it when you need to use it. It's like
But
going home with an idol in your pocket and
And,
Yeah.
and you know what he said later on is because he was like, oh, well, like, I saw, like, if I didn't play this game, like, if Morgan wasn't in this game, like, I really didn't have a shot. Well, bitch, you're not in the house, so you don't have a shot anyways.
Yeah.
Like, it is giving put on your air oxygen mask before you put on somebody else's.
Yes.
Zach. Also, like, I look at it, $10,000, if anything, in any game you play, I look at that as a hindrance because people will use that. Well, you already got $10,000. I have nothing.
Yeah.
You already got money. I got nothing. Bitch, give it to somebody else and be like, I want to get off the block. Also, this isn't like Survivor where you have a hidden immunity idol where
Mhm.
it's like anybody can go home. At the end of the day, you have a 50-50 shot of going home
Yes.
in this game, period. That is a
Yeah.
high probability. In Survivor, I get when people are like, I don't know if I need to use it. I don't know if I'm getting any votes, blah, blah. There's 10, 15 people who can get voted out instead of you.
Right.
Different discussion. I see that. But this power was only good for 2-3 more weeks until jury. Like, just play it. Morgan, also, you're not a comp beast, Zach. You haven't won shit. So, like, I don't know where you really thought you were going to eat up this blockbuster. And you thought you were going to beat Keanu and you thought you were going to beat Vinny, people who have either won every veto or won HOH before. So I don't really know where that was going. Just use it and be like, I'm safe for the week. If Morgan gets put up, Morgan gets put up. But maybe she has a better chance against Vinny. Maybe she has a better chance against Keanu. Maybe she can win instead of them. Bitch, better them than me. And that's what I would say. And now you're not in the house. And it's, I would also respect the move if this was like towards the end of the game where it was like, if I don't keep her and if I don't make this big move, I'm going home next week. There's nothing I can do. Like, I get wrestling with that fact of being like, well, I either use it and I potentially go home next week, or I risk it, keep this power for another week, and this will set me up for Final 4, Final 3, whatever it is. I get taking that risk then. There's 13 people left in this game, baby.
Yes.
Mhm.
Also,
This-
he was in such a good position. I don't agree with him that if
I agree.
Morgan leaves, he doesn't have much of a future in the game. I don't think that's true at all. I think that he actually probably sets himself even better. People were threatened by the Morgan, Vinny, Zach trio. And so
Agreed.
getting one of them out automatically puts you into a better position because people know now you're not connected to that three. He still had Lauren, which means he still had Catherine and Riley on that side. He always was gonna have Vinny. And he still has Mickey and I don't know if he has Rachel, but like he still had numbers in the house. He doesn't absolutely need Morgan. And like you said, he could have just campaigned and tried to keep Morgan so if he wanted to so badly. I don't understand why he didn't use it. It doesn't make sense. It's never going to make sense.
I mean, I also wonder, like, you know what's going on in the DR. Like, like, I'm wondering if they wanted him to go because they're asking, like, you're not going to use your power? Are you sure you're not going to use your power? So, like,
I'm
was he
sure
not
they
picking
wanted-
up on that, or like?
Right. I'm sure they wanted him to use it too because it's like they designed the power to be used. I don't think they designed it to just be $10,000 or else it would have just been $10,000. Like
It was so
they
bad.
wanted him to use it. This was probably a perfect scenario in their heads. He gets blindsided, doesn't think he's going to be on the block, ends up on the block, has this power that he can use, still doesn't use it. It doesn't make any sense to me. He later then tells Morgan that he had the power and used it to save her. I also think this was crazy because you just told this girl that you basically don't like her. You want Lauren. You're not attracted to her. You're not interested in being with her. And then you do this like big grand gesture that to me, I would take it as like, oh, he's in love with me. He's going to propose at the finale. Like, what?
100. My delusional ass would be like, oh my God, he
Yes.
risked his game for me.
Literally.
I would
And
take
think
that
that's
shit
what
to the
Morgan is
bank.
feeling too now.
Oh my bitch. I would take that to the bank. That would be no man. And then if I ever went on a date with another man, I'd be like, but would you sacrifice $750,000 for my ass? No.
Exactly. Exactly. This is literally a move that Brendan would have done for Rachel, and Zach is doing it for a girl that
You know
he
what?
says that he's not
Correct.
interested in.
And they've been married for 25 years or
Right.
15 years, so clock
Right.
it, like 13, whatever it is. Yeah.
Oh
That was
my gosh, I can't. Yeah, that was really obnoxious. Then going into the Thursday episode, I feel like the only important thing from the Thursday
it
episode is
is.
once we get to the blockbuster.
Correct.
Yeah.
Once we get to the blockbuster, it's one of those competitions where you have to like move the pieces and get them
I
all
love this.
aligned it with like the colors, which I play a game like this on my phone, so
Same.
I feel like I
Yeah.
would do really
Same.
good. I love
Same.
this type of thing.
Same. It was,
Um,
yeah, it was good.
so throughout the week we've been hearing, or even honestly up until the morning before or the morning of Thursday of the BB Blockbuster, Keanu was telling Rachel that he was kind of planning to throw the competition to Vince, that he thought he had a chance of staying, and so he would throw it to Vince to keep Vince in the game, which shows just how connected to Vince he really is and needs him in the game. And so we were all kind of scared going into it that he might, because he specifically said, if it's a competition with a buzzer, even if I do it, I will wait to do the buzzer until Zach gets it. And I was like, oh gosh, we get into the BB Blockbuster and there's a buzzer there. Oh my gosh, Keanu's gonna throw it. I was so scared. And then at some point he was going so slow. I was
He
like,
stood
oh,
there.
he's
No, he
throwing
wasn't
it.
going slow, baby. He was stopped. He literally was
Yeah.
just like this. He was like, and I'm screaming, me and my mom, because we're all like, I'm on the Keanu train now, I will say. I am on the Keanu train. We all wanted him to win. My dad actually wanted Zach to stay in. And I was like, Roger, like after that move he didn't make last night, like, no, like he's dead
Yeah.
to us. But we're sitting there and I'm screaming. I'm like, fucking move. Because like, even when he started, even when Julie's like, go, Zach sprints,
Yeah.
Keanu, boop, 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 boop. And then he just stands there and he's like, and I'm
Well,
like,
and
what are you
even
doing?
when he was about to solve it, like even when it was right in front of him, he was still moving so slow.
He walked to the buzzer, and I don't know if the fans caught this. If you looked at even Vinny or if you looked at Zach, they were really like they had it. Like they were very close. They just needed to do like 4 more moves, and it was easily set up for that. And Keanu just walks to the buzzer, and I'm over here like, what are you doing? But also, Rachel Riley, your ally, is telling you you do not have the votes. You are going home, baby. If you throw, you're going home.
Yes.
Like,
I love the Keanu and Rachel relationship, because Rachel's just
Yeah.
so real with him and tells him exactly how it is. And Keanu's like, no, I don't think so. And Rachel's like, no, you don't have the votes. And he's like,
if someone
like,
told me that, I'd be like, who do I trust more? What people are
Yeah.
telling me or what
Yeah.
people are telling Rachel? Because
Right.
why would they lie to Rachel? You don't have the votes. He's like, but maybe I still throw it. And I would have, if
exactly.
he threw that calm, I would,
I mean, he'd be out of the house right now. He literally didn't have the votes. Like, he would not have stayed.
it would,
So that
it
was
would have
just
been the
so tough.
only redeeming quality for Zach. Like that would have been the only thing that could have saved Zach is if Keanu threw it
No,
and then
literally.
Keanu got sent home. Like,
Which is
no.
crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a fun BB Blockbuster. I've been liking the BB Blockbusters that we've had
Same.
so far this season. I think they're pretty good. They're fun because they're live. So like you're
Yeah.
actually invested in what's happening in the
Yeah.
moment. Then they get back to the house and reveal that Keanu has won. He's safe. So we have Zach versus Vinny. They both don't really want to say anything bad about each other. Obviously, Vinny's still on the train of like, I've been wanting this for forever. I really deserve to be here, blah, 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 yada, 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 yada. I wish people would call each other out a little bit
Like
more. when
Michael
they're on the block
Bruner,
together.
like come on. Like Michael
Yeah.
Bruner did it fucking best when he was coming after, I forget her name right now, but like during the double when he was like, blah, 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 blah. She's
Yeah,
doing this,
Brittany,
she's doing
right?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just like tried to
yes.
end her. It didn't work, but it's still like, if I'm about to go
There's
home,
something.
I don't care. I'm throwing everything on the table.
1000%.
But you know what? And but what I don't, you need to be having those conversations privately before, because it's going to be very hard to
That's
change
the thing,
people to
too.
be like
Yes.
whatever. At that point, like once like the vote has happened and I'm gone, like if I'm walking out, I'm throwing everything under the bus. Like
Same.
if
I'm
I'm
like,
gonna-
this is
but-
this alliance. This person did this.
But you know what? Like the Blockbuster puts a wrench in a lot of things, because I think Keanu was the main target for the house. He was the main target for the week. Cool. But like if I'm Vince, if I'm anybody else, I'm like, let me have a backup plan in case Keanu stays. So like let me try to like throw some shit about Zach so like I can put that seed in, you know, but they don't seem to do that. And I'm like, it's your game or theirs. Like I'm very confused on like what we're going, what's going on here. Like what?
Yeah. I agree. Then we get to the vote, and it ends up being 2 people go against Vinny, which are Rachel and Will. Will has said all week that he was not going to be voting for Zach because Zach gave him the London trip. So everyone knew there was bound to be one. I was shocked that Morgan and Lauren didn't at least throw one of their votes to Zach, like especially Morgan. I mean, both
That
of
was
them. Lauren,
great.
because
No,
Lauren's in like this kind of showmance with him. Morgan just got told that he saved her by not using the veto to protect himself, and you're not going to vote for him.
Yeah, that was
Oh
crazy.
my gosh, you're dead.
that
to
was
me.
I gagged. Morgan,
Yeah.
not only was she, I think, but Morgan was like a woman scorned. Like I think she was like, "You'll always pick Lauren over me," and this is my time. Like
Yeah.
whatever. Lauren will just always follow the house because she's furniture. I think someone said it's been 5 episodes and she hasn't had one DR. Like one, she hasn't had one confessional. 5
I do
episodes.
not understand how this girl got onto
Yeah.
BB27. I don't understand. Anytime that I was auditioning for Big Brother, I was bringing the most personality I ever could. I don't understand how she got on and I didn't get on for all these years. All of us.
Wake that
Like,
up.
what the heck? How did they pick her?
That-
I don't understand. She's the sweetest girl. I think she's probably so
Yeah.
nice. Probably a great
Oh,
friend. So,
But
so
just
kind.
TV, it's not
But
giving.
not for Big
when
Brother house.
you
not for
should
TV.
not be casting someone where you're like, we have no DRs or confessionals for you to say.
Yeah.
Like that's like great. Like 5 episodes
No, she's not
and
on
not
the show.
one DR. I'm like, she didn't speak. There was, I know
Right.
the Veto episode, she didn't speak. I know whatever. She did not speak. I didn't even see a time where like she was in a group setting and she had a little sound bite. Nothing.
Yeah.
Bitch, her family is probably going to put in a welfare check to be like, is my daughter alive? Like, is
Yeah,
she
because
in
they
there?
don't
Is she
see her on
breathing?
the show.
Yeah, is she
Right.
abducted? Where is she? I'm nervous. Yeah.
No, yeah, it's really bad with Lauren, but I'm surprised that one of them didn't throw a vote to Zach. Rachel throws this vote to Zach. I will say that she has been lying about it. She's not telling
Yeah.
anyone that was her vote, so people are still wondering who
Yeah.
it is. Which honestly, I feel like if I were to go, I shouldn't say this out loud just in case I ever do end up in the Big Brother house, but I would love to go in the Big Brother house and literally every single week throw a hanky vote.
Yeah.
Like I just think it would be
Love
It's
fun.
so fun.
Like, who is that dumb? It's always household.
Yes.
Who is that one fucking
one.
bitch? Who
Every
Well, and it's
time.
also like I don't understand why people care so much sometimes too, especially like when it's like, why does it matter? Like
Right,
if
especially
someone's
when the
doing
person you
something to
wanted
throw
to go
everyone
home
off.
still goes home.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
But
doesn't
also,
matter.
like, no one looks at Will sideways for throwing his vote to Zach. Like, no
Yeah.
one's like personally affected by that. Like, no
Right.
one would have been affected if Rachel voted Amy out. No one was affected when Rachel
Mhm.
didn't vote for Jimmy. Like, it's not that deep. Like, I'm kind of like, girl, who cares? Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, next.
Right, it doesn't matter.
Wait, real quick, before we move on, can we talk about how Mickey and Ashley were having the conversation and Mickey was talking about like, yeah, well, I need to figure out like what's best for me and my people, and then like I'll get back to you.
You will never catch me rooting for Mickey. Mickey
No.
could solve
Crazy.
cancer in that house. She could solve
Yeah,
world
so
hunger,
bad.
and I still wouldn't like her. I think the attitude's nasty. I think how she plays is nasty. I think how she
she
goes
talks
about
to
it is nasty. I don't even think she understands, but it's like I saw a video where Ashley is crying to Mickey, being like, "You are so mean to me. You are
Yes.
so rude." Like, if someone did that and like I affected someone like that, I would be heartbroken.
Same.
Like,
oh my gosh.
I don't know how Mickey has these minions because it's like you're like, oh well, like I'm gonna get the votes and it's whatever I want to happen. Girl, get the fuck out of here. I do
Yeah.
not like what is conspiring here. No, thank you.
No,
Well,
that
it-
conversation was so infuriating to me.
Mhm.
Like watching it live too. That was one of the ones where I had to come off and be like, I'll watch a clip of this later because she was just being so rude, so mean, and like dismissive of Ashley. And you can tell Ashley's like wanting to have this working relationship with Mickey where like they both put input into what needs to happen, and Mickey's just like, I'll let you know what me and my people are going to do so that you're not on the wrong side of the votes, but I haven't decided yet. Okay, I don't care if you've decided. Yeah, I've decided what I'm going to do. Like that.
Yeah.
Who are you?
She
But
is the right person.
it is who are you? Like, and what makes you think how you're playing is how, girl. If she, God forbid, this never happens. Knock on all the wood. If she made it to the end, there's no way you would win because I think how you play is literally nasty, and I think people see that and it's rude, and it's
And
just
people
like,
remember how you made them feel even more than what you've said. It's like, how does this person make me feel? I don't think that person's deserving of winning.
Yeah.
$750,000.
correct. And it's also not good gameplay. None of it was good gameplay. You getting rid of Jimmy, bad gameplay. Like what? Like I can give you a list. How you speak to your allies, not good gameplay. How you act as a person, not good gameplay. You not making a grilled cheese for Rachel, not good gameplay. You trying to ice her out, not good gameplay. Like who are you, Mickey? Like this girl has been on it twice. She has won. What makes you think you are at the same level, if not better than her?
Crazy. Yeah. Anything else from this last week that you guys want to say?
Oh, Zach gets sent home. We didn't say that, but yeah, 2 votes. Zach gets sent
Zach
home.
leaves.
And then Julie does the
And Julie
iconic.
hits him. I love that. It was like a callback to Marcellus in season 3. Marcellus was the first person to ever get a golden power veto that could save himself. He ends up not using it because my queen, my favorite player ever, Danielle Reyes, convinced him not to. And so when he goes outside, Julie hits him with the card. So I liked that she like pulled back from that. And
I can't believe we've never seen Marcellus. Like, was he on All Stars? Was he on All Star 7?
I don't think
so.
Wait. Yes, he was. He was on 7.
I'm just honestly surprised we never
think he was
saw
out
him, like,
early though.
I do too, but I'm surprised we never like saw him ever again because that was such a bad move.
Wait, I was at the Grove maybe like 2 months ago and I saw him and I was so nervous. Like season 3 is my favorite season ever. I don't care. I can meet Selena Gomez and I'd be willing to go up to her. I saw him and I was like, I can't go up to him. Like,
you didn't go up to him?
No, I didn't say anything. Oh, I'm so sad. He was so stylish too. I'm obsessed with him.
Of course he was.
Yeah, it's so iconic. Like I can still see the scene in my head where he's like, when he's walking out, and he's just so like, what just happened?
And then Julie's like, come here.
I love
her. Julie got the gag. But yeah, this week, Ava Pearl, this was the start of Ava Pearl saving this season. This was when I got woken up and Jordan or Luke like told me what it was. I almost started crying. I was so emotional. I was like, this is crazy. This is wild. I love it.
I love it. So good. All right, you guys. Now let's get to our spoiler section. This is the spoiler section.
Spoilers.
If you don't want to know what's going on currently on the live feeds, who the HOH is, who got picked for veto, etc., this is your time to leave us. And that's okay. We respect you. We will see you guys next week. But for anyone who is watching live feeds that cares about what we have to say about what's going on in the house right now, because it's crazy.
This
is your time to
spoiler.
Okay.
We've said it.
I feel like you've had enough time now to leave.
Yeah.
We need a drum roll about who it is.
Okay, our HOHs. Rachel Riley. The crowd goes wild.
This
oh my goodness.
This was
insane. So this is the reason Danielle is currently watching the live feeds because
this is history. Like this week, like you have to think like when I really started watching the show, like Rachel already did her seasons.
Yeah.
To see this in action, and Rachel needed this. Like I think everybody said like almost everybody and their mother would have put her up this week. And for her to win this is the pièce de résistance. Like it is I can't. It's gold. It's money. It's everything.
Yeah, I love it. And I feel like she's really like giving a lesson on how to do an HOH. Like granted, I don't think she's doing everything perfectly, but I think she's doing much better than most of the HOHs we've had this season. And setting herself up for the future in a good way. I think there's some mistakes she's making that we can talk about, but overall, I think she's in a really good position after being this HOH.
I mean, yeah, she needed this. Like, and somebody said it, like, to win Big Brother, it's all about not just winning, but it's winning at the right time.
Right.
And I feel like if things go the way I would personally like them to go this week, I really see a good future for her. And we can get more into that. But we can talk about before nominations if we want to. The biggest thing is that she had this 1.5, 2-hour conversation with Mickey. And I'll say
even going back a little bit before that really quick, right after the right before the HOH competition happened, apparently Mickey was going up to everyone, Will, Ashley, like all her people, and was saying, we need to get Rachel out. This is going to be the week. If you win HOH, do you agree to get Rachel out? Like she's literally going to everyone and making sure that they get Rachel out.
Why are you doing that before the HOH?
Yes, before the HOH, she was going up to people. That's what Ashley and Will have talked about after. So you need to know that before knowing what ends up happening in this conversation.
Number one, tip 80,000 for Big Brother. Never say shit before any competition or before
Yeah.
any ceremony. Do not say anything. Do not say who your target is before HOH happens. Don't.
Yeah.
Do not say shit until the veto ceremony is done. Do not.
Yes.
Just shut up. Just stop.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Please. Mickey has this 1.5, 2 hour conversation with Rachel. And like, I'm buying it. Like, I'm watching it. I know everything that goes on.
I mean,
And
she's
like, Mickey is selling boots. And I
Mhm.
will say this. Going into the Big Brother house, there is really, or any really game, there's times where it's like, do I necessarily believe 100% of what's going on? No. But what's more important is if they believe, I believe what they're saying.
Mhm.
Because you have to think, if Rachel believed everything or pretended to believe everything Mickey was saying, and I was Mickey, I'd be like, okay, maybe I don't target her because we're talking about having a fresh start and we're talking
Mhm.
about moving forward together in this game. Why would I want to target her if Rachel really believes I believe this? Why would I? Why even if I don't necessarily like her, she doesn't think I'm coming after her now, so why would I target her? So
Yeah.
I see the strategy of if she didn't want to put Mickey up after that conversation. I really do.
Yeah.
Given I think Morgan was going to be a for sure going up because they had
Yeah,
the fight in the
Morgan.
pantry, and that was already what it was going to be. And then Rachel's been going after Vinny for so long. Like,
Yeah.
Keanu doesn't want to have him, but Mickey, I was like, I don't know if she's going to do it, and I think
I
she might
know.
do
So
it.
in the conversation the whole time, Mickey was just lying for this whole 2 hours, hour and a half, 2 hours that they were
Correct.
talking, lying through her teeth, saying that she absolutely was never coming for Rachel. She would never do something like this. Or not something like this, because nothing had happened at the time. But she just was trying to tell Rachel that she felt like Rachel was icing her out, and Rachel was saying the vice versa about her. Then they get into this whole conversation that goes in circles and goes on for too long about Jimmy. Like, we've got to stop talking about Jimmy at some point.
Yeah.
I understand that that's the precipice of what has made a lot of the falling outs happen, which is why Mickey should have never put up Jimmy and got him out in the first place. But now that we have to stop talking about him. But Rachel just feels like when Mickey gets Jimmy out, she had no concern for Rachel's game, and she wasn't trying to help Rachel in any way, and Rachel tried to talk her out of it and blah blah blah.
And Rachel
And
kept
he's like,
bringing
no,
that
I
up.
think I did the right thing. Jimmy was really mean. He was never protecting you. Rachel knows that's not true. Jimmy 100% was on Rachel's side, and Mickey's trying to convince her that he wasn't. And I think
Yeah.
that's where Mickey fails in this conversation, and that's why Rachel's not able to just cling on to everything she says, because once Mickey starts bringing up the fact that Jimmy never was good to Rachel, then Rachel's like, okay, so maybe everything you're saying in this conversation is a lie. That's what I think.
But not even that, it goes to think Rachel's like, this isn't about Jimmy. Like, this is literally about like
Right.
you. And she says it. This is about you. She said it to her in a conversation an hour prior where she's like, oh, who do you think's targeting you? And then Rachel was like, you. Like, you literally were trying to get people to go and vote me out. And let me say this. The difference between like a likable villain and an unlikable villain is a likable villain knows what they're doing and understands it.
Mhm.
If she stood 10 toes and was like, I am lying through my fucking ass right now, and I am everything I'm saying, I'm just trying to save myself and this, that, and the third, whatever, I can be like, respect. You got caught in your shit. She got HOH, whatever. Also, by the way, the final two for HOH was Rachel and Morgan, and this week would be completely fucking different.
Crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Thank
But like,
God.
if you stand on 10 toes, I have so much respect for you. Say whatever you want, do whatever you want, clock whatever you want. I'm there for you. Mickey is the person who like shoots your dog and then is like, I never did that. And like, the fact that you think I did that is insane, and I'm coming after you now because of that. Girl, you said this stuff. You did do this stuff. And Will clocks it. Ashley clocks it. Ava clocks it, where they're like, why is Morgan and Mickey acting surprised? They literally rallied the whole house to go after Rachel this week, and now they're up. Take your L and call it a day.
Well, and it's also like, if you're telling Rachel all of these things and you're trying to try to make it seem like, oh, let's do this, let's do that, let's like fresh start. But then like right after that, you're going to like, not even just like your closest ally and being like, yeah, this is like what I'm really thinking, but that you're telling groups of people the complete opposite. It's like, you're now on the block. Why are we not just trying to be consistent at this point and like hope that it saves you? Like, why are we doing 180s from person to person?
It goes back to, what are they telling me? Why are they telling me? And most importantly, when are they telling me this information? Like, Mickey, you're coming up to me right now before nominations and telling me that you felt some type of way about me because of X, Y, and Z. Where was this conversation 5 days ago? Where was
Right.
this conversation
And
4, 3, 2, 1 days ago?
also, the way that the conversation starts was infuriating because they're like sitting separately, and first of all, um, Mickey says her little spiel, and then she's like, before you say anything, Rachel, I just need you to tell me the truth 100%. I need you to not lie to me. I've prayed for you. I've prayed over you. I prayed for you to get this HOH. It's like, I'm a Christian. I'm a woman of faith. I believe in
Same.
God. I believe in
Same.
prayer, the power of it all.
Same.
I
Same.
would never in my life use that to try to get someone to tell me something in a game. I feel like that just it's so not a moral thing to do, and you're trying to like play this moral card of being like, oh, this person of faith that prays all the
It's
time,
just
but you
weird.
shouldn't be using that against someone.
Or
I
if
think
you
it's
are
so
using
weird.
it, you need to at least be self-aware that you're doing it. Like that
Yes.
would be
Stand on
more
10 toes.
validating.
Right,
Stand on
right.
10
Like
toes.
Daniel in Daniel, what's his name? Dan Giesling.
Oh yes.
I was like, why does Daniel feel like
Me-
such a weird name?
I'm like, hello? Clock
But
it.
Dan Giesling in season 10 uses
Yeah.
like, but swears on the Bible and whatever. Like, okay, because like he was saying in the diary room and talking about the fact that he was using it as game.
Yes.
Okay, I understand that. But Mickey is
Correct.
genuinely trying to use her faith against Rachel in this conversation. And then she says, again, it's just the way that she talks to people that I don't like, because then she's like, can you come over here? Come sit next to me.
And then
he's
Rachel's like, no. And then
manipulative.
she's like, come
Right.
sit here. And Rachel's like, okay.
No, it's such a manipulative thing to do to get someone into a position where you feel more comfortable in a conversation with them so that you have the upper hand. I hated that. And then just the way she's talking to Rachel, and she always says, like, do you understand? Does that make sense? Do you understand? Does that make sense?
But she says it in every conversation she's in.
Yes.
But do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what I mean?
Stand on 10 toes. Be a villain, but stand on 10 toes. Don't be a villain and act like you're not being a fucking villain. Like,
Yeah.
I can't do that. And she does. And so, I mean, we've kind of already spoiled who the nominations were, but nominations, Morgan, obviously Vinny, and then to all of our surprise when feeds come back on, it's Mickey, and Mickey is sobbing. And then again, Mickey starts talking about the family. My favorite thing, Mickey's speaking to Rachel, and she's like, I don't know who you were. I didn't watch your seasons, but like the girl who I met isn't the girl that everybody makes it out to be. And then now she's crying in the room next to the bathroom, and she's like, she's exactly who she was 15 years ago, and talking about her family. Go to your family and your husband. Again, why are we bringing Brendan up?
Right.
Why
Coming
are we bringing
for her looks? She's
why
like,
are we
you're
bringing
so
Adore
old, you
and
shouldn't be here. And then Will's like, oh, I'm older than her, and she's like, yeah, well, you look better. She doesn't look 40. She looks older than
She's
40.
like, I told her she looks 26. Like da 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 da. That's like,
But it
Oh
just
my
goes back to, you're a villain and you're fake as fuck, and nobody's rooting for you and nobody likes you. And I think she has this perception that she's going to leave the house and people are going to love her. And it's like, baby, you are going to get the biggest wake up call of your life when you get booted out of this
But
house.
it's still just like, you're now on the block. Be fake till at least Veto. Like,
Correct.
be consistent with what you were telling Rachel until we at least get to
Right.
this point. Like, you're just setting yourself up for failure even more.
Yeah,
And
because how do you have that whole great conversation with her for 2 hours where you're saying how much you love her and you can never hate her, and then it like cuts to after the nominations and she's like, she's manipulative and conniving and she's always going to be that way, the same way she was 15 years ago. I thought you don't know how she was 15 years ago. You never
right,
watched.
that. And I'm going to say something very controversial because I was watching the feeds literally all day yesterday into the night. I have a lot of respect for Morgan. I do not dislike Morgan. I feel like I never really disliked her. I mean, I didn't like how she moved during the Mickey HOH, like the whole rushing Jimmy and getting him there and whatever. I just thought it was bullshit. But she went up to Rachel and she said, yeah, like I was going to put you up this week. And were you my target? No. And I'm like, you know what? You're standing 10 toes on what you're saying. Yeah. You're saying your shit. She's not even like confused why she's up. She's like, yeah, like I said what I said and I did what I did. And here I am for it. You know,
she's
even
handling
Vinny,
it so much better. It's because Mickey doesn't think that she should be targeted by anyone. She thinks that she is the queen walking around. She truly does think that she's controlling the house. So when something goes not her way, now all of a sudden everyone else is.
Yeah, I mean, she does have some sort of like something. Like, I'm still confused about how Morgan found out that Mickey was telling people about Morgan's final three, and that somehow never got brought back up to Mickey. Like, how
Yeah.
did that just get swept under the rug? And you're still good with Mickey? Like, what's going on here?
That's true. Yeah, she has some kind of pull on these people because even so, after the nominations happen, we see Ashley, Morgan, Will, and Ava in a room together, and Ashley is just being Ashley, and she's like, "I can't believe this. I can't believe Rachel would do this. Whatever." And so we were all texting, and like in our heads, we were like, "Oh, Ashley, queen, just like." Pretending because obviously she's so close to Rachel and she knew that this was going to happen. But
Right.
then later on, when Ashley has a conversation with Rachel, it's made clear to us that she did not want this to happen. She wants Rachel to win the veto and take Mickey
Yeah.
off. She's
But
lying to Rachel and saying that Mickey was never targeting her when Ashley is the one that has been telling everyone that Mickey is targeting Rachel and trying to get
Yeah.
everyone to target Rachel. Like, I
right.
don't understand what,
And 3
what
days
Ashley's
ago,
doing.
that thing just happened with Mickey and Ashley, where Mickey's like, my people, and now Ashley's like trying to. It's like,
Exactly.
Mickey, if Mickey was playing the game correctly, she could win this game. Like, she has
That's
got.
what that's
Mickey,
exactly my thoughts. This is what I was saying during her HOH. The problem is that Mickey knows how to get people on her side and
Mhm.
knows how to play the game very well, better than
yeah.
probably everyone in that house, even Rachel Riley. The problem is she's doing the wrong moves, but the
Mhm.
way she does it is honestly masterclass. We all need to take a class on how to manipulate as well as Mickey
But you
does.
know what?
Yeah.
But you know what? Mickey is the definition of one step forward, three steps back. Like
Yes,
she like it's like the idea is there, but the execution is horrible. And that's
exactly.
like,
Yeah.
I mean, we even saw it a few weeks ago where Mickey was telling Adrian that she doesn't trust Morgan because of the final three that they have.
Mhm.
Like, remember that bullshit where we're like,
Yeah.
Mickey, like, no, like
Like, why
your
would you
read
do
on
that?
Morgan was good, but like, why did you go this angle? Like, what are we?
Yeah.
Why are we
Why did
here?
you talk
Like,
to Adrian, who you've never talked to before
at
about this?
Yeah.
all, you know. So it's just, I think Mickey, she has this thing called drag delusion, except it's just Big Brother delusion, because I'm like, you think you're doing it and you're eating and nobody's catching you, but Ashley doesn't make I mean, I'll say this. Ashley is under the assumption that Mickey is good for her in her game. So I understand why Ashley wants to keep Mickey in here. Ashley looks at it
Mhm.
and is like, oh, like Mickey will keep me in, Rachel will keep me in. I get it. But she's
Yeah.
also pushing too hard. Where Ashley is completely losing me this week is she's sitting up to Rachel and she said it twice and she's like, they fooled you. You made the wrong move. Like they got one over on you. This is Rachel fucking Riley. Like,
Yeah.
she has played Big Brother twice. This is her third time. She's done every other fucking reality TV show in the book. The Diva won Fear Factor, like whatever. Do not go up and tell the HOH, oh my God, they got you. Oh my God, they fooled you. This is Rachel Riley. This is not her first rodeo. She knows what the fuck she's doing. So I just didn't like that because that was very demeaning to me in a way where I'm like, Ashley, do not try to talk down to Rachel, saying like, they fooled you. They made a mockery of you. Do you think Rachel's going to take well to that? Is any part of
Yeah. Do
Rachel's
you know Rachel's person?
personality,
Yeah.
any part of her personality where she would take well to that? Maybe other people would be like, oh my God, did they really fuck? Like I made a mistake. Not Rachel Riley. So Diva,
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna need you to just, and again, Ava said this. Ava was like, Ashley is doing too much. And Ava went up to Rachel that night. Our queen, Ava Properol, bitch, goes up to her and it's like, do not trust Ashley. She talks too much and like she's doing too much and her hands are a little bit everywhere. That's a fucking ally. Because guess what?
Mhm.
Ava just sits. She sits on information. She tells the people who she trusts what she tells. She really
Yeah.
trusts Will. She really trusts Rachel. She doesn't give Rachel all the information. You know,
Right.
Mickey and Ashley had that conversation, and Ava was asleep up here. Ava didn't tell her all that tea because Ava doesn't want to get ratted out on. Smart, but she
Yeah.
told her just enough where the
Right.
trust is still there, where she still is watching her back. Also, Ava's like, yeah, like what Mickey's doing is shady as fuck. She was saying this to Will, like, bitch, why are they acting like they weren't trying to target her last week? Why are they acting brand fucking new? Own your
Yeah.
shit. Take your L's. Move on.
It's
Ava
so
and Will's
annoying.
relationship is one of my favorites in the house. It's
Agreed.
so good.
Mine
Agreed.
too. Mine
Agreed.
too. I love them because they're playing the middle really well. Like they're not
Yep.
saying everything to everyone, but they're being like those shoulders to cry on for I
Mhm.
think each side of the house. But yeah, the funniest thing was that when Ava revealed that she was actually awake when they thought she was asleep up there in her little bed, which She's always asleep, by the way. Even right after the nominations, she's in the room with them and she's like, we need to not talk game right now. And then Ashley's like, babes, we have to talk game right now. Like, our ally just got put on the block. And then Ava just goes into her room and goes to sleep. Like,
And it's
honestly,
like, I thought they couldn't nap.
I know. No, Ava's
I thought they
napping
couldn't nap at all
24/7.
because she's giving. I think production's like, let her rest because the show is riding on her shoulders. Like I think they're like, let us. And Ava herself is just so iconic where she's like talking to Rachel. She's like, they just won't keep their fucking mouths shut. Like, be quiet. Like what? Like Ava is just very middle of the road.
Yeah,
and I love
the
her.
way she delivers information when she's like, it's just, I don't fucking, that's what they're saying. And it's like, what the fuck?
Agreed. Ava and Will are playing it so smart where Ava's like, Ashley, you have safety this week. Be quiet. Sit back. Chill. Like, and also real shit. Like, I understand not talking game talk until after Veto because there's nothing to do.
Yeah.
Like, we can talk until we're blue in the face, but it's like, if you're not a nominee, it doesn't necessarily matter because you're like, like why? Like if Ashley, there's nothing you can do. Like the veto may be used, the veto may not be used. You speaking right now, there's so much that can go on.
I mean, yeah, it's because out of the 3 original people on the block, there's a chance at the end of the week, only one of them's even going to be there. So it's like...
So, but again, why is Ashley sticking her neck out for somebody who literally talks down to you, for somebody who literally like bullies you? I don't want to say bully. I don't want to put that connotation, but someone who's just rude and nasty to you. I don't fucking know. Like Ashley, sit back, be thankful. But Ashley talks too much. Everybody knows you go to Rachel, then you go down. And she even tells it to her. She's like, oh, well, I'll go tell Morgan that or Mickey that you're thinking of using the veto on her. Bitch, that bridge is so fucking burned. Yeah. Move on. Like, but again, let me say this. I think if Rachel can get out Mickey this week, I think she's set up very good because listen, masterclass on what to do. Rachel makes like a really good relationship with the showmans, Catherine and Riley. Boom. Good job. That relationship wasn't there before. It is there now. Great. You're still good with Ava, Ashley, Will. Like in theory, they still have no reason to come after Rachel at all. Now you're good with Keanu. Period. If you don't have to put up Lauren, you'll be pretty good with Lauren. Great. Like in that kind of side of the house. The only people you have to worry about targeting you really is Morgan and Vinny. But Morgan has said it. Morgan's like, I don't think like I'm still coming after Rachel. Like I either want to go for the floaters. She said she might want to put up Lauren, Catherine, Ava, or she wants to put up Keanu and Kelly. Rachel has like a final thing with Kelly going on here. Rachel is setting herself up if shit doesn't go haywire this week. Worst case scenario, like Lauren goes home.
Right.
Best case scenario, Mickey goes home because Mickey has a lot of pull on this house. Like the fact that nobody thinks Mickey is going home is crazy. Also, Ashley said that. Ashley's like, well, Mickey's not going home, Rachel. Like she doesn't have the votes to go home. Why are you so condescending? Like Ashley, bring it down, please.
And I think that's why Mickey needs to be the target this week, especially after seeing how they both have responded. Before I was like, okay, maybe you keep Mickey on your side, you just get Morgan out because Morgan can win the competitions, especially if it's wall comp like we think. But I think at this point now it's too far gone with Mickey, so you have to get Mickey out. Also, I think regardless, Mickey is the one to get out because even if Morgan puts you up, like you said, Rachel now has all these numbers that would probably keep her in the house. Where Mickey in the house, if Mickey puts you up, Mickey has so much pull with all of the people that Rachel now is starting to have a little bit more pull with. So I think Mickey is more capable of getting people to vote Rachel out and changing their minds up where Morgan isn't. So in that case, I think like Mickey just has to be the one to go. And so feeds right now, as you can see on my TV, are down for the veto competition. And the people picked for veto were all the nominees and Will and Lauren. So,
which I think is,
and I think it's Otev.
I think it's phenomenal. I really need Rachel to win. I need Lauren to win. Honestly, like those are the two I need to win. I don't want nomination. Like best case scenario, no nominations change, right? Worst case scenario, Mickey wins. I think Lauren will get put up in her place. I do think Lauren will get put up in her place, but I do see there's a world in which Mickey just will go home. Like even if it's Lauren against Mickey, I think Mickey goes home. If it's Vinny against Mickey, I think Mickey still goes home. I need Mickey gone
Yeah.
more than like I would need a case of like chlamydia to go away from me. Like I
Yeah.
don't know how to like explain this. Like I
Yeah, I
need
think
Well,
the
yeah,
only issue we'll have is Morgan versus Mickey, right?
yeah.
But even
Yeah.
then, I think and I could be wrong, feeders. I
Mhm.
think Keanu has something with like Riley. Like I think because Keanu kept bringing up to Rachel, he's like, we just need 5 numbers and we have them. Like we have Vinny,
Yeah.
we have Riley, we have
But
Catherine, we have.
Keanu thinks he has people that I don't think he actually has. Like,
But
I
that's
think,
what I need to know. That's what I need to
yeah,
know is do
I
you
think
have
he's
them or do you not?
good with those people, but I think Keanu thinks he has more. I think he thinks he's more connected to them than they actually are to him.
And it just goes back to like, is it true or is it not? I mean,
Right.
I just don't like Mickey's attitude, and I just see Mickey being one of those insufferable players that we don't see can get rid of until such later on, and
Mhm.
I can't have that. Like I don't want to watch her on my screens for a couple more weeks. Nor do I think she deserves it. I don't think you deserve the stipend check. I don't think you deserve to be here over other people. I think you're nasty. I think your nasty attitude got you on the block, and I hope your nasty attitude is what gets you kicked out of this house.
Yeah,
Thank
that's what I was
you.
gonna say, because I think if she does stay on the block, I think she could do a lot of damage to her own game the way she could spiral from there. So
Yeah.
I feel like that's how
I'll
she
be
would end
so
up getting
mad if she's
evicted.
come back and Mickey has the veto. Oh my gosh, I'll literally die.
No one call me. No one text me. I can't do
Yeah,
podcasts next week.
I
I'm so
can't.
sorry. Like I'm taking a sick day. Like it's I just I don't know. But also Rachel was talking about like if she wins, she's like, well, maybe I'll take her off. I don't know if she's lying. Like given last
That would be
night or yesterday,
crazy.
and that last night I was like, oh, like she might not put up Mickey. And then I doubted her and she came through her.
Right. She
I don't
always.
know if we're thinking the same thing now.
Mhm.
I don't know, but it's like, Rachel, in what world do you ever think you're going to reconnect that bridge with Mickey? It's not going to happen. Why would you also want to piss off Lauren?
Yeah.
Don't do it. Do not. Don't. And I
Yeah,
hate everybody being like, Mickey's not going home. But also, Ashley, and this is why Rachel has such a good game. Ashley has no idea how connected her and Keanu are, how connected her and Kelly are, how connected her and the couple is. Because she's like, why didn't she put up the couple? Why didn't she do this? Good on Rachel
Right.
Riley's game. She's working behind the scenes. Nobody knows where all of her allegiance is. And that's
Mhm.
what she needs to do. Do not piss
No, it's
anybody off.
phenomenal.
Don't use it. Do not. If she
It's
wins
so good.
veto, don't use veto. I just, honestly, really, if Morgan wins veto, I'll be okay. I think I'll be like, okay, Lauren will go up. That's fine. As long as Mickey doesn't win Blockbuster, I think Mickey goes home no matter what.
Yes. Yeah.
Vinny winning veto, that's okay. Still, I'm worried because like it still could be Morgan in the end with Mickey. Might be a little bit harder to move some shit. I just would prefer the veto doesn't get used because Vinny and Morgan are tough competitors, and I think they'll beat Mickey in a Blockbuster. That's why I want them up there.
Yeah.
I don't know, guys. I'm nervous. Boyfriend, I'm nervous. Like, I need Mickey. If Mickey goes home this week and we have 2 successful weeks like this, it's just going to give me life. My skin will, I mean, my skin's already really clear because of this, Rachel HOH. Bitch, I'll have no qualms. I don't know. I just want Rachel to make it far. I want Ava to make it far. I just know Mickey, and I don't mean this literally. I mean this like people have said this in Big Brother before, but like Mickey to me is like a cancer in the house for Rachel, and I need her. I need her gone. And I don't think Mickey has any fans. I don't even know if Mickey's family is rooting for her at this point. So
at this point, like, let's just get her out of the house so that she doesn't keep embarrassing herself because it's really bad. And like the stuff she's saying about her kid, Rachel's kids, and Brendan. I know Brendan is hating it. I don't think Rachel will ever talk to Mickey a day after the big finale.
Never.
When Rachel finds
Once
out
Brendan says, "Oh, by the way, Mickey was talking about me and the kids." Oh,
yeah, she's done.
Done.
Over.
Over.
Crazy. All right. Well, I am excited to see what the rest of this week holds. I feel like we're on like the up of the season now because it was starting to get a little bit meek and like I don't know if I'm invested in the season as much as I want to be, but now I'm starting to be because sides are starting to form. People are actually going against each other and not just nominating Kelly and Keanu all the time. So I'm excited about the future of the season, especially this week. Hopefully everything goes the way that I want it to.
Wait, also, isn't there a veto curse? Whoever wins veto doesn't win the show.
Yeah, the OTEP curse, but I think that was
Mm.
canceled
Cody broke it.
by
Cody
someone
broke it.
recently. Cody, yes.
No, just Cody,
Cody.
but that was All Stars. But also,
True.
real shit. Cody shouldn't have won OTEP because someone threw it to him. I think like someone like threw OTEP to him.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Last
I remember.
last year's OTEV was the funniest, I think, when Mackenzie wins right away because everyone gets the first question
That was
wrong.
crazy.
That
So-
was I'm just who let's give who are our predictions who's gonna win Veto? Who's gonna win
Okay,
OTEP?
I think Rachel will win.
I will say I could see Rachel getting down and dirty. Isn't this the comp
Same.
where Janelle and James and he was like, "It's a hurt. I was hurt, a little hurt." Yeah.
Yeah.
So I could see Rachel doing some shit like that, like trying to yank something from someone.
Same. Yes, I could see her like yanking it. Well, Keanu's not playing, but like the way that she like clung on to Keanu in that one HOH competition, doing something like that to someone.
I can see. My bets are going to be. I have to give you one, but my top three is definitely Rachel, Morgan, Vinny, 100%. I'm gonna go with Morgan. I just think she's physical and
Yeah, I
she's
can see it.
scrappy
Yeah.
enough. It's just, is she playing strategic where she gets a bunch of the names and puts them in a corner and she knows she can
Right,
go
I
back to
know.
that? I know Rachel will think that way. I know
Yeah.
Rachel will
Yeah.
do that. Dare I say? No, I'm
sorry.
saying, dare I say, I'm almost worried for Rachel to win because I can't have her pull down Mickey. I don't know if she's just
Oh,
saying it to
gosh.
say it. So
I
she had.
pray.
So
she
I'm
doesn't.
almost like, do I even? And also the curse. So I also don't know if I want Rachel to win because of the curse.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see. I don't know. I'm gonna manifest Lauren wins HOH. Or Lauren wins Veto because then Lauren won't win the game and Lauren won't use it and everything is all fine and dandy.
Same. I'm manifesting a Lauren win. I think it's going to be a Rachel win. So we'll see. All right.
Okay.
Well, that's all we have for you. It was fun this week doing a little spoiler section and talking about.
I liked it.
I love the vibes. So fun. But yeah, we will see you guys next Friday. We promise we will be back on Friday to talk about this current week of Big Brother season 27. Thank you guys so much for watching. Oh, where can everyone find everyone? I'm Corey Tyler everywhere. QUORITYLR. What about you?
It's Jordan Staff.
Daniel_Cusimano. And
It's on the screen.
Guys, hopefully next time you see us, we're happy and we're not depressed. If the next episode you pull up and we're all just like,
Yeah.
The reality group chat.
Truly.
then it's bad. So let's manifest a good week because we don't know what's going on, and we'll see you guys then.
Beautiful. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching wherever you listen to podcasts or on YouTube. We appreciate you so much, and we will see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.